it's Anne, and I have Naomi with me today from EJ's Fun Crafting, and we are working with Artesprix products today. So we're super excited to just get together. Naomi, this is, I feel like I've never really even done a group thing with you, right?
No, this is our first time crafting together.
I mean, I mean, I've been following you forever. And
Same.
I see all the stuff that you do, and you do a lot of collaborations. We've just never crossed paths. So super
It's
excited to,
time. It's
yeah,
about
it's
time.
time. So I mean, you can see we've got 4 screens going on. So let
Hmm.
us know what you want to see. But I'm trying something new with Artistry. I feel like with Artistry, it allows you to be very creative in a sense that it's a little bit more freeform, or it can be, right? Like I'm going to be
Yes.
mixing paints today, but there's paints,
Mm.
markers, ink pads so that you can use your stamps. And I think we've all the crafters, creators that have been involved with Artistry have really taken each medium and done really different things with it. So I don't know. I'll be switching the screens up. Let us know the questions that you have. But I figured with Artistry also, because it's a little bit more, um, there's a little bit more room for creativity while you're doing it, that it takes me longer to craft. I don't know if you would agree with that statement, Naomi.
Yes, because I'll start with something because, like you said, it's not set. You have so much freedom to move around within it. You just go with it, and things come out how they come out.
So okay, so I was starting to explain to Naomi that I am doing something that I've never really done before with Artistry stuff. So let me explain what I'm doing. So our blank today is this tote bag. This is the blank of the month. So every month, they Artistry tries out a new product, and we all get to um, see things before it gets added. So I this blank is super cool. It's a big tote bag. Like I don't know if you can tell, but it's about 16 inches by 11. Um, so I'm gonna I cut this. This is on paper. I want to use my paints, and I'm obsessed with my XO Craft Girls, which we'll talk about later in this on this live. But I wanted to do an XOXO Craft Ghouls for Halloween, and I want to put it on my bag, and I'm going to be using paints. So that's what I'm doing. Naomi, what are you doing?
I am something similar. So I'm doing a stencil, but a little bit different. I'm using a stencil from Pink and Maine to
Oh,
make. Yeah, I'm doing a football. So mine is more of a fall craft. It's going to be a football bag tote for when we're going for game, when it's game day. And, you got to put your blanket in there for the kids and their water and stuff. So it's going to say love. I created this file. But I'm going to be using the stamp pads, the Artistry stamp pads, along with this stencil for the football of it. And then the LOVE is going to be out of this shimmer Caesar vinyl, HTB.
oh, very cool. All right, so I am with sublimation, and this is a great way to get into sublimation if you don't have a sublimation printer and you want to just see if you like this kind of crafting, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because it's permanent, and you get really bright, beautiful colors. So when I'm using paint, and so right now, I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit difficult because I used a light color, but it basically says XOXO Craft Ghouls, right? So for Halloween. um, but if you think about how it's gonna work, I'm gonna have my bag, and then the paint needs to touch the surface. So I'm gonna be doing a mirror image. So what you see right now, I'm actually gonna be painting the underside of it. So what I did is I used heat resistant tape, and the insides of the letters, like I need it, right? Like for the O, I need
Yeah.
the inside. So I'm taping everything down. In theory, I think this is gonna work. Let's see when I take this off the mat if it works or not. And so what is gonna be blank, or I'm gonna use the white, the XOXO Craft Goals will be in white. So let's see if this works. I don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
I know, and I'm always fixing on the fly. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna switch the camera because Naomi, I think you're doing something more fun than me just ripping things off the stencil
Okay.
off the mat.
So I'm using my paint daubers and my ink pads right now just to do a little bit of blending, and I don't need this whole stencil. I just need like a 4x4 piece, and so I'm going to make sure I have more than that, maybe a 5x5, because my football is about 4 inches, a little bit under 4 inches, and I'm just using my brown and my red because of course footballs are brown, and then I like the red for fall, so just to kind of blend it together.
So I only have, all my seasons are pinks. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so I think oh yeah, now you guys can see the XOXO Craftles.
There it
The
is.
tape idea did not work at all. It stayed on the mat, which is not, it's okay. I'm going to flip it over because this is the side that I'm going to paint on. I'm just going to now add the inside. So the tape is still on. I'm just going to now, oh man, I thought I heard a rip. Okay. My stencil ripped, not a big deal. I'm going to tape.
Never a big deal. We can fix it.
Everything can be fixed. All right.
There we go. So although I'm only going to use part of my stencil, for this part, I'm going to ink up my whole thing because I can use the rest of it for another project with the sublimation ink.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't thinking I was putting tape on the top side, even though the rest of it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
I've got it. It's starting to make sense to me. Okay. I've got totally.
Is it all coming back to you? It's all coming back. It's all coming back to you now.
I've got it. I don't know if you know this about me, Naomi, but I don't craft well on an empty stomach.
You better get full, girl. Go get something.
I know. I also don't craft well when I'm like tired. Like I craft better in the morning after like eating and after a full night's rest.
You know what? That's true. I'm better. I'm not a late. I used to be a late night everything. I'm not a late night anything anymore.
All right, so I'm gonna flip mine over just so everyone can kind of see. So I am still building my stencil, but so this side is gonna get the paint and it's gonna flip over, and the paint's gonna actually touch my the purse, right, or the tote bag.
The bag.
So I am trying to figure this out. All right.
So have you done that with the mask before? Because that reminds me of using the mask.
So that's one of the things that I should have asked Ashley for. I did not have that.
Gotcha.
It would have been a great thing.
Ooh, I'm kind of digging this. I'm digging this. So I love using the paint too, but I like the stamp pads because it dries right away. I mean, the paint does not take forever to dry either, but.
Right. And I moved you back, Naomi, just so you know.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to be mixing paint soon.
Ooh, fun. What colors are you mixing?
Well, pinks.
Well, duh, you just told me that, right? Like, aren't you paying attention?
It's my favorite. And
pink is awesome. I love pink.
Yeah, I just love it. So I'm doing different shades of pink, and I don't think you can see it right now, but let me move this out. I'm wearing my uh it's Hot Goals Halloween. So
Gotcha.
I made that in with HTV. So all right. I have just a few more letters to go. A few more inserts. And then I'll be ready.
So mine is going to get a little tricky because I'm going to cut it in Cricut Design Space, but I'm going to need to cut the football on here. So this is how this came out.
Oh, so good.
I think it's cute too.
Okay.
So, I'm going to flip this. Put my mask on the back.
I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments. Hi,
Okay.
Ashley.
Oh, there's Ashley. Hi. Alyssa, hi. Rose, hello. Okay, so I got my mask on the back because I'm going to cut this. Let me go into Design Space. Hopefully we don't have any surprises. I do need to mirror and mirror. Mirror on the wall.
Okay, I am almost done. I've got, what letter am I? I'm almost there.
So I am not an artist by any means. I mean, my sister says, oh, I'm not an artist. I can't. So that's why I love Artesprix also, because I can combine it with stencils and with inside of Cricut Design Space and the drawing with the markers and the tracing and look like I know what I look like and look like a designer. It looks awesome.
I like it. You know what? I do a lot of crafting with kids, and it's nice that there's something like really tangible that they're walking away with. It's like they just drew something and now it's on a mug or on a coaster, and they're shocked by it. You know, it's just a really cool feeling.
And what a confidence builder for them, huh?
I mean, for them
An
and
awesome
for the
confidence
adults.
builder.
I know. Last year I did the ornaments and I had them do it, and you know, the kids go to lunch at different times by grades, right? So by the time the older kids were coming in, the younger kids had already shown all the yard duties, their projects. The yard duties came in and asked to do an ornament. Like, they said it was so cute that they wanted to do it too. So it's just, you know, I feel like we concentrate on kids, but as adults, like, for us, it's different, right? We do it on a daily basis because we're putting out content and we get to craft. But for a lot of adults, they don't get to do it at all. So, you know, it's funny. Like, we just kind of forget about being creative as an adult. All right, so I am finally mixing my paints. It took me a lot to transfer that stencil, but here is the paint package, and you have 5 colors. So you can kind of see on the top right there. I know it's kind of, I've got my lights going on, but with these 5 colors, you basically have the full spectrum of all colors because we'll be mixing them. So you're not limited by these 5 colors. It's limitless because I'm going to be using the combinations of red and white to get my different shades of pink. And then I also wanted to add some lips, and I'm going to go with a purple. So I brought out the blue so that I can make my purple. So what's cool is, first of all, this set, I don't even know when I'm going to come close to running out of the paint. And I've taken it to school, lots and lots of projects. So a little bit goes a long ways. I'm going to be mixing one of these. I'm going to do all my pinks. So basically we have a color chart. And that's available on, you can just download it. It's available on artesprix.com. And because I'm doing so many different shades of pink, I'm not really worried about mixing and being super strict about it. So I'm just going to put red in all of these 6, and then I'm going to limit how much white I put in each one.
Good idea.
We'll see. I always do this, and I never worry about the colors. The colors are going to be fun, and they're going to look great, so it doesn't matter. And you can see I'm just dropping in. I don't know. All right, I'm going to
make it look so easy too.
I'm going to go get my mixer. I'll be right back.
Sure. How about you all? What are you all crafting recently? We'd love to know. What Artesprix, what iron-on ink projects have you all done? Let me get my rare, my best friend over here.
And because I'm doing all shades of pink anyway, I'm using the same mixing tool. If you were really particular about your colors, you would want to clean up, just, because it would impact your the mixing ratio. Hi, Debbie.
So I saw Louisiana. Where else do we have people watching from? That's always fun to know.
Naomi, how long are your crafting projects usually?
I am a quick crafter, and so I'm about a 30 minutes tops because I have a short attention span as well. No, I don't have a short attention span. My brain is always going from one thing to the next. So I'm usually at 30 minutes tops.
I usually do, I'm more on the elaborate side. Mm-hmm. So I can't be done in that time frame.
You know what? Maybe, I don't know. No, I'm going to say, yeah, usually it's something quick. Now, here's the thing. I've been thinking about the project usually for a lot longer than that. And I've done all the components in my brain and little preparations here and there. But, yeah.
All right. I'm going to actually add more white to make a difference in some of my colors.
I love that. I love that lightning agent.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all it takes sometimes. You just need a little bit lighter, to make, and then you can have this whole like ombre effect with one color and then the lightning agent.
Yeah. Love it. Debbie says she made Subway Art HTV shirts for a scrap retreat.
Oh, how fun. Oh, we got somebody from Oahu. How cute.
Naomi, are you participating in any craft retreats?
No, I'm not currently on the roster for any of them. How about yourself?
Next month I'm going to, do you follow Shara Crane?
No. Tell me that name again. I'm writing it down.
Shara, so it's Shara, and then her last name is Crane. And okay. I don't do that kind of crafting. It's like scrapbooking, the memory decks kind of, like where you exchange and stuff. But yes. She makes the most beautiful things, and so I bought a ticket. I'm gonna try it out, even though it's not my style of crafting. But I just want to see in person, like how to add all those layers, and I don't know. So
I'm always intrigued by layers.
Okay, I'm finally ready to paint. So I'm going to dip it in water just so that my little stomper is not so hard.
I remember wanting to scrapbook, and I remember getting all the stuff and trying this years ago. And it took me like forever just to do one page, one spread. And I'm like, no, I don't think this is for Miss Naomi.
I hear you. Okay. So this right here is going to be my stencil, right? I'm going to put that onto my tote bag. So I'm going to use this right here to kind of just make sure that I like how my dots are looking before I place it on here. So
How big is your design going to be, Anne?
I don't know. So the whole piece is the bag, the tote bag. So I'm sort of just dabbing all around it. And you can see I'm playing with all 6 colors, like 6 shades, and just going at it. Just because I love my pinks and it doesn't matter. I just need to make sure that what's left is going to be the white and everything else is covered so that we'll actually be able to read the words on the bag. So that's really my main concern.
You know what I love about crafting too is that you can take a technique and do so many different projects where they don't even look the same, but you use the same technique. Like what you're doing now, you can do that for so many different things.
But yeah, so we, in case you didn't know, this is the first time that we're doing this, but this is going to be a series. So next month I have Megan on and we're going to be crafting. But I'm just kind of excited to get to know everybody and see their styles and see how we, this just gives us a real chance to be creative.
What is your favorite thing to craft? What do you like to craft with? And are you like a paper craft? I know you're a paper crafter and you're oversized, but do you like working with vinyl, iron-on? What's your thing?
So, it's funny because I didn't even realize I was a paper crafter. I don't know if you remember, but a couple of years ago, Cricut came out and they gave you a snapshot of how many times you went into design space, what was your favorite medium that you cut the most, and all of that. And I was shocked that mine came out to be that I cut paper the most, And then I started looking back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I do a lot of paper crafting. But I started out kind of, I don't know, more of vinyl. Like I just liked personalizing everything, and that's what made me start in the first place. And so, but I love my paper crafting, and I didn't think that I would.
Because you are awesome. And like I said, your oversized off the mat projects, that was the first thing I knew. That's how I got introduced to you. I was like, this lady is awesome.
I think it was kind of at the beginning when I started following you, because I think you hosted that event, that craft event, where you gave away a bunch of prizes for all these different projects. Do you?
I was working with Megan. It was craft. Megan and a bunch of other, because it was Megan and Ivy and Christina, and we were doing craft month. It was like 3 years ago.
Yes. And I won the paper one. I did a Frida.
Yes, I remember that. That's how I met you. That's
yes. So how about you? What is your can't live without crafting?
I have to say HTV, and I never really, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, what is it? But I will add HTV to just about anything if I can. I think because there's so many different kinds, and you can use it for almost anything.
Okay, then can I ask you, because I do have a favorite HTV brand.
Okay.
So what is your brand, and I know you put HTV on everything, but what is your favorite kind of HTV project?
So I really love my Caesar. I like Caesar and Walla. I come to love my Walla. But Caesar, and I think it's because it's by accident when I first started crafting, Caesar was the first one that I used. Doing, and then I ordered another one not knowing, and it wouldn't read like Caesar. And I was like, I thought it was me, but it was my first time using it. No. So I mean, I think it spoiled me. Caesar spoiled me.
Have you used, and not that I'm here to persuade you.
No, okay. It's okay. Go for it.
But have you used poly tape?
I love polytape. I should say that. You know, it's really hard to say what is my favorite. But yes, I have used polytape and I love polytape.
Okay. That's my
Yeah.
go-to HTV brand. I do. I love using HTV where it's not expected, like on paper and, you know,
Cardboard wood. Yes. Yes. Me
yeah.
too.
So, all right. I think this is enough. So this is what mine looks like. So it's clearly like dots and circles. And so it's gonna go down like this. So hopefully it's all covered. I'm looking at this to see. I think it looks good.
You got it all covered. Yes, you did.
Yeah. I'm gonna get another scrap paper because I do want to add some lips and I want to go with purple. So I'm going to pick this up and get myself another.
Okay. I'm gonna get ready to press.
Oh my gosh.
I told you my mind is always going. But I have to press in two sections because I have my main one here. But I have to do the HTV, I mean the sublimation first. Because that's a higher temperature.
Yeah.
Let me put that down. Perfect. And take this off. I don't need the tape.
In design space, because I'm a Cricut girl. With lips, for instance, I'm gonna put like maybe a few lips here and there. If you want to do a stencil, all you need to do is you take the image that you want, and then like I got a square, and then I slice the two. So now I have my stencil. So just a quick little tip for you. All right.
Those quick tips are the best sometimes. Stuff you didn't think of, you know?
So to get the purple, I need to do blue and red. Okay. It's like I forgot this in elementary school. I do not know how to mix colors. Like I need my color chart.
I like the color chart just because it's so cool and cute. It's a nice decorative piece as well. Decorative and functional.
So it's equal parts. Like to get purple, it's whatever you do in blue, you're going to have the same amount in red. I'm going to go more with violet. So once I've got my purple, then I got to add my white. So I'm just going to do it all at one time because it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put my white in there, a little bit more, and then I'm going to mix.
So also here, because I am going sublimation on the front, I'm going to put a piece of protective paper in between my bag to keep it from going through the back just in case. I'm going to get my protective pad. Let me see. Yep, I'm going to lay this down. I'll be back. And then when I lay it on, just so everybody knows, when I lay it on my heat press, I'm putting my protective pad in there, but I'm going to make sure that my seams and my straps are not on my heat press.
Oh, yeah, that makes such a huge difference.
All right.
So I'm putting my stencil down. You can see it's already pink over here. I'm going to use a different dabber. And then I'm going to get my purple in there.
So you mentioned crafting with kids. Do you craft with your daughter a lot?
I do.
Fun.
But I also go to the local elementary school
Mm-hmm.
and I do a craft time like once a month. I do it during lunchtime. So any kids who don't want to go up to the blacktop and they want to do something artsy instead, we have that alternative. So it's a lot of fun.
Woohoo! My football. I love it.
All right, so there's one lip. Do I do multiple lips? I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to do just the one.
Take my heat press down.
And I'm kind of, I got some like little, like specks of paint, like kind of little dots. So I'm just going to I'm going to do it and make it a little bit more consistent. I'm just tabbing, like sprinkling. I think I'm kind of done. I'm gonna because I used paint though, I am going to it's gonna get a little noisy. I'm just going to hit it with a little heat.
That dry time.
Yeah.
But
if you weren't pressed for time, I've just put it aside and let it air dry. It does dry pretty quickly.
That's what I do like about this paint. And then I like using this paint with my kids too. My kids love using the Artesprix paint. From Australia. Welcome, Tanya. Thanks for being here.
You know what I realized, Naomi?
Tell me.
Okay, so I'm kind of glad that I noticed this. I got paint on the tape. So I almost feel like when I put this down, I should probably remove the inserts and apply them afterwards, like after they're on the mat. Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, so I'm just going to go in. Luckily, it's not too many.
That's the tricky part about the stencil if you're not using a stencil font, those inserts.
I know, but I really wanted to use this one.
But you know, that's the truth, right? You have when there's a font that has to be used, it has to be used. I mean, you make it work.
It needed to be, yeah.
Just waiting for my heat press to come down. It's almost down.
Oh, I'm going to switch out this screen. So give me a second so everyone can see what you're doing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to walk away in a second, but
I want to see. So, oh, that's so pretty.
So this is the stencil with the Artesprix stamp pad. I love the way it came out. And then this is my rose gold Caesar HTV.
That is super, super pretty.
Super simple, right? A little hold on. It's not super over the top, but you take it to the game. Like, that's your bag. People are asking you, hey, where'd you get your bag? You're like, I made it.
Do you sound that smug when you say it?
I don't. Actually, I get kind of like shy. I'm like, oh, I made it. And then my kids are like, she made it. She can make you. So I'm like, no, I don't. No, I can't.
Oh my gosh. I know. That's my daughter. She's like, my mom can make that. What size are you? I'm like, hold on.
That's how because we grew up with my mom was always sewed for us. She sewed our clothes. She sewed everything. So people are like, "Do you think your mom can sew for me?" My mom would be like, "You better not tell anybody I can sew for this. This is out of necessity." Okay, let me go press this.
And then I'm just going to use scrap paper and test to see if it's dry. So I'll move it over.
Rose says this is all new to her.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So there's just, it's pretty dry because you can see on here only a little bit transferred over. So let me just.
Here we go.
It's pretty dry. Okay. So.
Oh, I love this. I think.
Okay, hold on. Let me switch you over so we can see what you've got going on.
Time for the reveal. If you've never crafted with me before, Anne, this is me. This is me late when I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired too. I probably need to go back over that a little bit. Yeah. There we go. And I did get a little bit of ink transfer, but that's from my hands. I should have washed first. But here we go.
That's okay.
Let me put it on this one.
Hold on. Yeah, let me. Actually, no. You can lift it back up. I'm gonna put you
Okay.
on.
Here we go. Who wants to go to the game? Throw my snacks in there.
So pretty. I love it so much. So I have to admit, when you first told me, I was not understanding your football. And even as I was seeing you do it, I'm like, I don't know if I love that, but it looks so good.
I didn't know if I was gonna love it either. No, I think what I might have done differently is maybe gone the outside, give myself a border like an offset or something in a darker color just to bring it out a little bit. But I like it.
Of the football.
Mm-hmm.
You could still do that.
I could, huh?
You could do, because you could just do it in HTV and it would. I agree with you. I think it would look. It looks amazing now, though.
No, you're right. I need to make it pop. I'm gonna go back into my, because we're not finished till we're finished, man.
Because I've got plenty of time.
Let's go. I'm gonna do this.
I'm not going anywhere with my stuff.
Nap, crackle, and pop. All right.
It's so funny. It's like I feel like your crafting taste starts to evolve, right? And
oh yeah,
like I almost feel like I can't do anything with that on offset these days. Like that's just what looks good to me, and it doesn't feel complete if I don't have it.
It's true. You know what? It finishes things off, and then you know what? I'll be looking, like right now. I'm looking at the design inside of Design Space, and I'm like, that's what it was missing. I should have done the offset, but it's not too late. It's still open. It's still size. All I got to do is add the offset.
It's not too late. Yep. All right.
Never too late. I'll make a song for anything too, Anne. You're like, how did I get on with this crazy girl?
I know. I'm like, who is this girl? Is it over? No, I'm just kidding.
Are we done yet? Ashley, put Naomi back on the bottom of the list. We don't need her here. Okay. I'm going to make my offset on a mat. Thanks for thinking of that. That was a good idea.
It's going to pop so much more. It's beautiful right now. Don't get me wrong, but I do.
Oh, no, girl. Thank you. I appreciate that, because I was thinking, what is wrong? Yeah, I needed that. Okay, so let me think. What color do I want to use for my offset?
Well, you could go subtle, and you could still just do the same thing that you use for love.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think that would be perfect. So let's see. We need a sheet. Let me see, a piece by about 4.5 by 4. 4 by 4.5. Ooh, we're having a windstorm over here again. Oh no.
Well, that's probably why my insurance is so expensive.
But I have to tell you, where I am in Texas is probably the lowest cost of living in the state.
Really? Okay.
And then we're the only city in Texas, only major city, well, the only city basically, that is on mountain time. Everybody else is in central time.
Oh, okay.
So people forget we're part of Texas, actually.
You're right, because when we were timing this, I assumed that you were central.
No. Yeah, no. Okay, let's continue. Let me turn my heat press back on. Fortunately, it's the auto press, so it heats up really fast.
Oh, don't make us jealous.
It's the HTV Ron one though. But
Okay.
I needed a new. I've had my same heat press, my clamshell, since the end of 2016 when I first started crafting. So it was time for a new one. All right.
And I'm going to switch mine over. So I was worried, and I don't know if it would transfer over. I'm assuming it would,
What's
because
that?
the paint is on the tape, that it would actually make it
Oh,
onto
yeah.
the project, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm wasting time, right? This was a necessary step.
Super necessary and important.
Okay.
I love this bag so much. Oh my goodness.
It's a really cute bag. It's a great size, because sometimes like the little ones, they're so small. It's for like a little gift or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this one it's a great size.
Now I want to do something to the back, and then I have another one, so I'm gonna do a full panel design on the next one.
What do you mean on the next one?
On the other side. And
Oh, are you doing it right now?
no, I have to think about
Oh,
what I want to do with that.
okay. I was like, wow, you are amazing.
Plus, if I get started, I'm not gonna want to stop. My kids are gonna be like, "Mom, tick tock, tick tock. Are we gonna eat or what?"
All right, I think I'm done. I think I'm like ready to press, and I'm
Yay!
a little nervous. So this, obviously the paint is on the bottom side because it's gonna go down onto my thing. So give me a second. I'm gonna move all this out. I'm gonna move all of this because I just know it's gonna topple over, and I'm gonna be so upset.
Kimberly, awesome! You went to UTEP. Another El Pasoan. This is all. I think this is the first time I've met another El Pasoan on one of these lives. Kimberly
Wait.
saying that she went to this school, to the school that the shirt I'm wearing. That's awesome.
Oh, but Kim, where are you now? Because she's on the Barely Art Design team. I didn't. You're
Are
not in.
you? Is she? That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. I'm almost wondering. Let me see how big this is. Will I get this all on one press? I will get this all in one press. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, it's a big bag, but it fit on my heat press too. So I thought that was cool.
Okay. All right, I'm good. It's just gonna heat up, and then I'm gonna press it. Let's prep this bag. All right, so I need a big old mat underneath. So here's my mat. And it does fit all on here perfect. You put the Artesprix protective sheet in between your bag, right?
I did. I put it in between and then on top.
Okay, I'll be right
There
back. I'm
it
gonna go
is.
grab that.
That's what we needed, guys, was a little offset. Just take a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Does it look amazing right now?
It looks so, yeah, it's popping. It's popping.
Okay. Just like we knew it would.
Okay, I'm going to put it on the heat press. I shall return.
Okay.
Don't have fun without me.
So here's my bag. I mean, it's such a good size. It makes such a good gift. You could fill it up. It's not too big where if you were doing a housewarming gift or something, you're not stuck like buying, I don't know, $200 worth of stuff.
True.
Okay. So for those that are on, after you've seen us use the ink pads and the paints, did you guys have a favorite? Like, do you think there's something that you would want to use more than the other? Because I have to admit, I was when I first heard about the paints, I couldn't understand paint and sublimation. Like, it just couldn't understand how that was going to work. But it's one of my favorite mediums just because I feel like you can do so much with it.
And between the two of them, what's your favorite? And
I like the paints.
yeah.
All right, so I like the paints,
done.
and then my second is I like the ink pads next.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I feel like, oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I've got the one. Oh yeah. Because you know why? Now you can see the you know where you put your fingers? Yeah.
Yeah, the laces. The lace.
Yes,
the
the laces.
Oh, I love it. Dee.
That's so pretty. You know what that looks like? Something that you would find at Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah, baby. Come on, Victoria. Buy in, baby. Buy in.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
hope I have a similar reaction when I'm done. Oh, the other thing is, okay, so this is important. I was using heat resistant tape. I've definitely made the mistake of not using heat resistant tape before, and the temperature with for how long we put it on for, your tape, if you're not using heat resistant tape, will turn into a gooey hot mess. And you can't, like, your blank is done. So just, it is worth the money or whatever. I don't know what thought process you need to go through, but it is worth the time and effort and the money. Like, you will mess up big time.
Yeah. I agree. And the good, I hate to say it, but there's good heat tape and there's not good heat tape. Get the good heat tape, guys.
Oh.
I've experienced some that aren't super great. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I've been lucky then. I didn't realize that I'm waiting for my heat press to heat up. So I'm going to sit down and we can chit chat. I have never had a problem, but I've only used, okay. Very good to know.
Yeah. And I thought it was me. And then I had confirmation. Like, no, well, now it's because you're using it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was a difference. But it does help.
Well, since we're talking about products, one of my favorites, though, is the silicone mat. So I sent a picture one time because, like, a lot of times, hopefully you don't run into any issues. But the second that you do, it just totally messes up your project. So I had a double-sided project. And so the first side, um, my project, like kind of like the paint thing, right? It went over my project, but
Okay.
it didn't. But I didn't really think about it because my blank was fine and everything looked good. And then I lifted up my thing, and the mat that I was using absorbed all that ink.
Oh
Like,
man.
oh, I totally ruined it because now I'm too scared to use it again because with heat, you never know like if it could, transfer over. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you don't realize, all the little things that help you perfect your craft is
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's worth it. Okay.
It's a learning
And,
process, and you learn as you go.
yeah,
And it's
you learn
worth
as you
it.
go and you continue to make mistakes. Yeah.
There you go. And we learn from other people. Hopefully, we learn from other people's mistakes.
Right. I know. Hi, Janine. Janine's all the way from Australia.
Hi
Okay, so
there.
I'm gonna set my timer and let me sure. Okay, so mine is ready. I'm gonna put this down.
Janine, what time is it in Australia where you are? I'm always interested in time zones.
I've never been to Australia. That's definitely on my bucket list.
Mm-hmm. Same. Same, same, same.
Nearly 11 a.m.
Okay. It's the next day.
And I don't know if you saw this, but Magical Crafty Mama agreed with me. She says it does look like something from Victoria's Secret.
It's not. It's not. It's Naomi's Craft Suite, the EJFC in the house.
I'm a little nervous.
Come on, let's go. Let's see the reveal. That's the best part, the
Okay,
reveal.
so the first thing that I noticed is um, you can see like with the heat, the color is already so vibrant, like so much more than what we were seeing before. I do want to just lift up a little bit because if it does need more heat, I don't want this to shift at all. So I'm going to go this way.
Do your peak test. Oh,
I
look
know.
at that. Look at that.
I do. I love it. Okay. You guys ready? Oh, wait, hold on. I could use maybe a little bit more heat right here. Maybe. Do you guys see? Look at it. It's so cute.
Are you happy?
I am so happy. And well, I was going to possibly add, like, bling it out a little bit. So I
Oh.
thought about that, but I don't think I need to. But see this part right here? Hold on. This right here just feels a little bit light. Like I feel like if I can press down a little bit more. So I'm going to try to line this back up and just hit, I don't know. Ashley, are you still on? I don't want Ashley to be like screaming at me like, no, don't do it.
I think I'd be scared to reheat, but I'd be afraid that I couldn't line up.
Well, because I can see like, the opening, and because I was doing dots and it was also like different shades, I feel like I can get away with it. But I think what I'm going to do is maybe I'm going to go with the mini to just hit this section.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like you're not feeling my solution.
No, I'm totally loving it. I'm digging it.
Okay, Ashley just popped up. She's like, we would never. I don't know. This is the only thing that makes me like, I can still see it. You're right. Like, do I do it? I don't know. What do you guys? It's just
maybe it's just that it was lighter right there. Maybe because that's where you had the lighter pink.
Could be. It could be.
Because the rest of it looks, the color comes out and you can see the different colors.
Yeah, yeah. Because someone is telling me to go for it.
I see it. They're like, do it. So brave. You're so
So,
brave, Anne.
okay, you're right. This part you can see right here, I am missing some paint. So, should I add a little bit more paint right here, right now, and put it back and press it a little bit more?
Huh. See, I would never have, I don't know.
I
But then
still
what
have
if
the
it comes
paint.
out too dark for the rest of it?
Don't be so negative, Naomi. Let me just see what
Try
this
it.
looks
Just try it.
like. Okay, we don't have to press it. We just,
We
we're
don't
just
know if we
going
don't
to.
try. We don't know if we don't try.
And better that I make this mistake than you make this mistake.
And the bag has two sides. You can fix it on the other side if you wanted to.
No. I'm going for it, Naomi. Stop talking me out of it.
No, I'm saying if this doesn't come out like you want it, after you fix it, you can fix it on the other side.
Okay. That I can handle. Because
There
it
we go.
sounds like you're not believing in me, is
I
kind of what
believe
I'm
in you,
saying.
Anne. I believe in you.
Okay, I'm going to make this happen. I am doing this. I'm plugging
Okay.
in. And while I'm plugging in, while it heats up, then my paint's going to dry over here.
Nice. Nice.
And it'll be good to know, right? I mean, this is
Mm-hmm.
more like we need to do it so that we know.
You know what? I did something similar last week. I just tried something out new right on the spot for my Artesprix. I'm like, you know what? Just try it here and now. Who cares if I void my brand new machine? But I didn't because it worked. So.
Well, I love my bag. I think it's so stinking cute. So it matches my shirt because my shirt says Hot Ghoul Summer, or no, Hot Ghoul Halloween, and this is XOXO Craft Ghouls. So I'm going to hit the heat with this. So give me a second.
Don't you love how we lose our tools while we're using them, while we're crafting?
I know. I'm like, where is that go? Oh, I see it. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm like running out of, hold on. I've got this.
There we go. It's gotta work, Anne. It's gonna work one way or another. I agree, Janine. We learn from our mistakes. Right? Tools just disappear while I'm using them. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Still a little. I don't know why I'm like shaking this thing.
You gotta shake it up. Because it makes us feel like we're like making progress when we're like moving stuff around. Shake it up. So I just thought about something. Let's see.
I think that's good. All right. Oh, I didn't turn on my little thing. All right, so my heat press is turning on. I'm just using the mini because I'm only gonna hit this little quadrant.
Just a little bit of this little part.
Crab cage, suspenseful music.
Dun dun dun. Oh.
I love this though. I love your bag.
I'm using my extra. I'm just gonna cut up some little scraps to put on top.
Okay.
Extra shapes. I don't
I'm
know.
such a sucker for rose gold. It's like one of my
Me
favorite
too.
colors.
Me too. All my accessories, almost all of my accessories are rose gold.
While we're waiting. And then I think I know like my night's not over. I have one more live. I'm gonna go live on Instagram in a little bit.
Are you? What are you gonna do?
Well, I wanted to go over because I'm a big paper crafter, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a new line of paper out, so I wanted to share it with everybody. Okay, it's heating up. I'm like excited. I feel good about this.
Feel it in your bones.
Magical crafty mama. What time on IG? You know what? I don't know. You tell me. What time do you want me to go on? I'm like getting so fidgety. Like I want to just press it and see. It's still orange on this thing. I'm so it just turned green. Okay. Just gonna press it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm doing my crafting math, and so like maybe I don't do it for the full 45 seconds.
You're talking yourself. Let me talk myself up about this.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, see, this was such a good idea.
See? Thank you.
Because now
Thank you for not listening to us. Thank you.
Now it totally matches everything. And you can read the C so much better. That's what you do. Okay, I will say I would not have done that if I used a different method. But because I was kind of like, blotting anyway, it didn't really matter. And I have dark spots, light
That's
spots.
true.
That was kind of like the whole thing. So I didn't think it was going to stand out and be, catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
But, yay! I love it. I love it so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Naomi, thank you for keeping me company. That was so fun.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I enjoyed it so much. I think I'm going to add some little embellishments to mine as well. And I'll post on IG when I'm done.
I know. I'm wondering, do I do a little bit of, maybe I'll only do the rhinestones on the lips. Guys, I don't know. Thoughts? Or should I just be happy that I was able to fix it?
I know how right. You're like, you're pushing it there. No, I'm playing. And you do you. You make it look like you. And thank you also for having us, Ashley. Appreciate it.
I know. Thanks, guys. So next month, we don't have the date yet, but Megan and I will be going on, and we were thinking, I don't know if Naomi wanted to pop in, she could, because we do have the 4 cameras on here, so there's space. So if anyone wanted to join us, more than just me and Megan, I don't know, I was throwing out that idea, but yeah, so we'll see you next month. Next month, do you happen to know the blank? I just had it on me and I don't remember. Ashley, wait, we can't talk about it yet because it's the blank of next month. Never mind. I'm good. You'll just know next month when we go live. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.